Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book Black Edge, a creation by Sheelah Kolhatkar. Black Edge, 2017, recounts the true story of greed and financial misconduct on Wall Street in the 2000s. It exposes the illegal practice of insider trading at SAC Capital Advisors, a hedge fund established by renowned investor Steve Cohen. Despite some traders at SAC being convicted for insider trading, Cohen himself managed to amass considerable wealth without facing any criminal charges, leaving US authorities unable to bring him to justice. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Sheelah Kolhatkar, a staff writer at The New Yorker, has contributed to various prominent publications, including The Atlantic, The New York Times, and Time magazine. She is recognized as a knowledgeable public speaker and commentator, specializing in business, economics, Wall Street, regulation, and financial crime. Prior to beginning her journalism career, Kolhatkar worked as an analyst at 2 hedge funds in New York City. With 8 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, the text discusses how Steve Cohen, a Wall Street investor, became wealthy by engaging in illegal insider trading. The text discusses how Steve Cohen, a Wall Street investor, used illegal insider information to gain an unfair advantage over other investors and make billions of dollars. Despite multiple criminal proceedings, Cohen has managed to avoid serious repercussions. Key idea number 1. Steve Cohen was a successful trader who achieved early success but later faced insider trading charges. In 2008, during the financial crisis, federal agents discovered that Wall Street titan Raj Rajaratnam was illegally trading on inside information. They found that another name, Steve Cohen, kept coming up during their interviews with insiders. Cohen, born in 1956, had a passion for finance from a young age. He made a lot of money playing poker in Collegiate and landed a job at Grunthal & Co. in 1978. Cohen faced allegations of insider trading in 1985 when he made $20 million from a trade based on inside information. Although the criminal case was dropped, it raised concerns about Cohen's trading practices. Key idea number 2. Cohen founded SAC Capital, his own investment firm, that was known for actively seeking insider information. Stephen A. Cohen went from being a junior trader to starting his own hedge fund, SAC Capital Advisors, which rapidly grew in size and assets. Cohen's success was due to his bet on short-term movements in stock prices and his willingness to trade on inside information. As SAC began struggling to profit from short-term trading, Cohen hired traders with deep knowledge or personal connections in specific industries to gain inside information. Cohen's strategy was to maximize profits by leveraging any possible connection. Key idea number 3. SAC was accused of manipulating stock prices and fostering a culture of seeking inside information. Steve Cohen, the founder of SAC Capital, was one of the richest men in the world with a fortune of $10 billion. However, suspicions arose about the legitimacy of SAC's profits, and in 2006, the company was accused of manipulating stock prices. BioVale and Fairfax, companies affected by the manipulation, accused SAC of spreading false information that caused their stock prices to drop. Regulatory authorities, such as the SEC and the FBI, took notice of the accusations. Meanwhile, SAC continued its culture of seeking inside information and using expert networks to gain an edge in stock trading. Key idea number 4. SAC used insider trading based on Alzheimer's research in 2008. Approximately 5 million people in the US have Alzheimer's disease. The lack of effective treatment makes any breakthrough in this area highly profitable. SAC trader Matthew Martoma, obtained confidential information about a potential Alzheimer's medication called bapineuzumab from Dr. Sidney Gilman, who was involved in its development. Martoma and SAC used this information to make investments worth over $700 million in Elan and Wyeth stocks. They sold stocks and shorted them when they realized the medication was not as successful as expected. When the official results were released, Martoma and Cohen made a profit of $276 million. Key idea number 5. U.S. regulatory authorities began focusing on insider trading in the late 2000s. SAC's business model was based on insider trading, which was common practice at hedge funds in the late 2000s. The FBI and SEC began investigating SAC's practices, with the main target being Cohen. They approached junior analysts to gather evidence against higher-ranking traders. They found a link through Jonathan Hollander, but Cohen had a security mechanism in place to protect himself. The SEC also started investigating SAC's success in trading certain stocks. When the investigations were exposed by the Wall Street Journal, traders destroyed their hard drives. Key idea number 6. In 2011, U.S. authorities became interested in SAC trader Matthew Martoma and Dr. Sidney Gilman. The FBI and SEC had to act quickly to prevent traders from destroying evidence of insider trading. They identified Matthew Martoma and Dr. Sidney Gilman as suspects. They discovered that Martoma had contacted Steve Cohen shortly before SAC sold their shares. Martoma had used a fake name and had forged grades while in law school. The FBI confronted Martoma and Gilman and hoped they would help gather information on Cohen. Key idea number 7. Matthew Martoma was arrested in late 2012, and SAC paid a record fine for insider trading. In 2011, FBI agents suspected insider trading by Matthew Martoma but had no evidence. They later arrested him in 2012 after obtaining evidence from Dr. Sidney Gilman, who admitted to giving Martoma insider information. Martoma refused to incriminate himself and Cohen. SAC settled insider trading cases with a $600 million fine. However, the SEC still wanted to charge Cohen personally. Key idea number 8. SAC agreed to pay a fine, and Martoma was sentenced to prison, but Cohen was not charged. In 2013, SAC Capital agreed to pay a record fine of $1.2 billion to settle insider trading cases. The SEC had obtained an email connecting Cohen to insider trading involving Dell stock. However, it was argued that Cohen likely never saw the email and couldn't be proven to have acted on it. The SEC dropped this line of inquiry. Matthew Martoma was sentenced to prison but didn't cooperate against Cohen. Cohen rebranded SAC as .72 Asset Management and continued to make billions. U.S. authorities have been unsuccessful in convicting Cohen. In conclusion, Steve Cohen was a successful investor, but his firm, SAC Capital Advisors, engaged in illegal insider trading. While his traders were convicted, Cohen himself was never found guilty. Despite this, Cohen continues to make billions of dollars and is still involved in finance. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on StoryPlanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on StoryPlanet.net.